beef with, if I was a lap dog or something, I would have been beefing with Biggie over that. I would have jumped on the bandwagon when Tasiki was mad at her in the first place. I didn't. I always tried to make them talk it out. But Biggie was chilling with Ciroc. They got their nails done together with Kanaya. They got their nails done together. And Biggie claimed that she had a restraining order on Ciroc. Are y'all not following? Like, y'all don't know what be going on behind the scenes. Y'all really don't. And it's sad and it's sick that y'all will wish death on me. First of all, my little sister fucking fell and broke her leg. I've been in the hospital all day. I've been in the hospital all motherfucking day tending to my sister. So y'all, like, I got real life shit going on. Y'all living this shit and seeing this shit now. I already lived this shit. And I really am so mad at myself for not speaking up sooner about the Biggie shit and trying to be a real friend to the bitch and keeping it under the wraps, all the shit that she was doing. You feel me? Because I really could have aired Biggie out a long time ago and said a lot of shit that she's done that's foul and that's been grimy. So y'all could be Team Biggie or y'all. I don't need nobody on my motherfucking team. I've always been a one-woman army. I came out my mother's hole alone, and I'm going to go in the dirt alone. So it never gave pick me, lapdog, none of that. So everybody who is trying to paint this narrative of me and assassinate my character, like, please go get some help. Please go get some therapy. Please go get some Jesus in your life, because I've never been weird to anyone that I care about. Biggie is the definition of weird. She's the definition of weird. She didn't even go to Anna's engagement party. And let me make this clear too. I would never want to replace Anna. I love Anna and I love who she is and I love what she brings. Actually, Anna has been more of my tag team partner than anybody. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Don't get me wrong. I love Tasiki. I love Ivory for having my back with the Ciroc situation. I love Lex for having my back. Those are my girls. I'm locked in with them. And I would go against the bitch 5 times my size for them. Like, but I love Anna. Like, no matter what we went through, it didn't matter. I don't know. Y'all talk about the mother shit and all of that. They never even fought. They never even fought. Like, exchanging words and having a little push and all of that, that's not a fight to me. And like I said, my mother loves Anna now. Like, they've had a conversation. We've had a conversation, bitch. Like, y'all are weird. And Biggie was the same one jumping up and down with Anna, talking about we beating up mamas. Like, y'all didn't clock that though, right? Y'all didn't say she was a weird friend for that when she wasn't neutral when me and Anna were going at it. Tasiki was. When Anna cried to Tasiki, she was there for her. She didn't talk bad about me, nothing. She basically encouraged us to talk our problems out and to fix it. Even when I cried to Tasiki about the Anna situation, when me and her had our little disagreement, and she never talked bad about Anna, she was neutral. Biggie, on the other hand, was jumping up and down talking about we beating up mamas. Do y'all forget that? Do y'all forget how many times she done shaded me in scenes, ignored me in scenes, tried to talk over me, or not even acknowledge what the fuck I was saying when I'm literally being told by production to say, oh, bring this up, Mariah, we're going to talk about this, or, oh, Mariah, you know, you need to say how you feel about whatever situation, and then she just jumped to the next situation. Like, for real, y'all are weird if y'all don't see that I've never done nothing wrong to this girl. I've never done nothing wrong to this girl. Even when I was told that Biggie didn't even like me, I was told Biggie don't like you. She just tolerates you because of me. So that's not mean. That's not disloyal. That's not a bad friend. So you didn't like me this whole time. You just tolerated me. But you loved me when I got in the Ciroc situation. You loved how I overly inserted myself in the Ciroc situation. But you didn't love me enough to at least speak up for me or stand next to me. Nobody asked you to fight. We all know you're going to trip, you're going to fall, you're going to sprain your ankle, you're going to be crying the next day. Something's wrong. We all know the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So with that being said, and that's why I'm just letting y'all rock in the comments, because everything y'all saying right now, it really doesn't faze me. I'm actually glad that I'm a thick-skinned person and I've been through so much in my life that this doesn't affect me. Because y'all are evil to the point where y'all would make somebody literally kill themselves. Like, all of this shit y'all doing, this is disgusting behavior. Like, at 35 years old, I'm glad that I don't do shit like this. All this that y'all doing in this comments is evil as fuck, and I rebuke that shit in the name of Jesus. For real, for real. You don't wish death on somebody. You don't do that to somebody you don't even know. Like, y'all are fucking evil, and y'all are all demons in this comment right now. I want y'all to know that. Because what if I was a bitch who didn't have thick skin? What if I was someone who wasn't in reality TV for over a decade? What if I wasn't as mentally prepared and strong as I am, and I fucking killed myself because y'all in my DM 300 messages talk about you need to die today and you need to kill yourself and you need to this and you need to that? Are y'all all right? Y'all, this is why some of y'all are broke. Y'all are miserable. Y'all are bitter. Y'all are fucking living a repetitive cycle of unhappiness. I just want y'all to know that. This is why y'all live the lives that y'all live. For all the people who have fucked up lives on here, and y'all in my comment section worried about me, and y'all in my direct message and in my comment section wishing death on me and telling me I need to die. That's disgusting. And I hate that for y'all, for real, for real. And I'm going to pray extra. And I want all my supporters on here right now to pray for me too. I need all of my supporters to really come together right now and pray for me, because there are people out there that are strangers. How scary is this? There are people out there who are strangers who are wishing death on me, who are telling me to kill myself as if my life does not matter. But if I was to really get on the internet and show text messages and receipts and all the shit that I really have on how people have done me, y'all wouldn't be thinking like that. Okay? I'm so tired of people who don't know me, who don't know the situation, who's not on set with us. Like, y'all wish I was a weak bitch. Y'all wish I was a disloyal bitch. So then y'all would have a real reason to hate me. Y'all hate me for no reason. And I hope somebody is screen recording this, because this is the truth. I wish on everything I fucking love, I wish that I really was a grimy bitch. Not I wish that, because I don't wish that. But I'm just saying, I feel like if I was a grimy bitch, if I was a snake, if I was a disloyal person, then y'all would really hate me and have a reason to hate me. But y'all just hate me for no motherfucking reason. Y'all hate me because why? Because I'm pretty, because I'm lit, because I've worked hard enough to get somewhere in my life where me and my family are taken care of, and that's all that matters to me. That's why I get in these scenes, and I don't give a fuck if a fucking 300-pound bitch or a linebacker bitch or a rock man looking bitch or whatever looking bitch, a bitch my size, not my size, it doesn't matter to me. I get on there and I do what I need to do, and I do my motherfucking job, and I don't think that I do it to the point where I'm a puppet. I've never been a puppet. Not for Love and Hip Hop, not for baddies, not in no lifetime would I ever be a fucking puppet the way Biggie is. Literally listens to production. Literally does what production tells her to do all the time. Except when she feels like she's being attacked. Then she's going to stand in the crowd and say whatever. Like, y'all are so delusional. Seriously. And I feel so bad for some of y'all, because to live being that bitter and to be that evil and demonic is absolutely disgusting. But I don't expect nothing less from this world. This is why I've waited this long to settle down and have a baby. Because I'm like, do I even want to bring kids into this world? Like, straight demons, y'all. To hate someone you don't even know. Do you know how many people I've actually helped? People I've actually touched? People I've actually, like, have reached out to me and said, like, damn, like, your journey, your story has really, like, helped me, like, has really inspired me. Like, that's why this don't count for shit to me. Like, I'm only on here right now saying my piece and saying how I feel, because I literally just went through DMs. I just wanted to see what y'all were talking about. And you need to die today? You need to die today. Did I burn somebody's house down? Did I, like, molest someone? Did I do something? Because those are the things in my eyes that I feel like a person needs to die. Like, when you do some shit like rape a woman or you beat a woman or something, like maybe not even die, but I feel like you need to be punished. You feel me? Like, y'all are weird and delusional for real. And y'all seriously are not going to be blessed in life if y'all keep having this negative, like, think about it. Y'all are feeding off negativity. And again, I'm going to just say my piece real quick, and then I'm going to jump off this live because I really want to just relax. I'm in relax mode right now. Before we went into the scene that day, we were told, y'all are going into a scene with your friends. I said, okay, who? They said, Biggie and Tasiki. At first, I had no idea that Rocky and Tay Tay would be there. But what's the problem? We're all cool. Even though, like I said prior to, Biggie and Rocky have had real falling outs and a fake falling out. They had fake beef on the internet because Biggie needed a storyline and she was going to have Rocky come on there. And then after that, she ended up offering Rocky, if I'm not mistaken, $10,000 to come on the show so she could be messy and pop shit and not have to fight, and Rocky would fight for her because she was paying Rocky to fight for her. So again, back to what I was saying. That day of that scene where Rocky popped on Biggie, we had no idea that was going to happen. I told Biggie before the scene, I said, because Biggie tried to come up to me and I said, no, I'm mad at you. She said, why? What did I do? I said, I'm going to tell you later. She said, no, tell me now, and then walked off like, hold on, like it wasn't even important. So I'm like, okay, now I feel even more like ignored and like you don't care. I'm literally trying to tell you how I feel as a friend. And I had this conversation with Biggie other times off camera where I told her, Biggie, I feel like you be shading me. I feel like you don't fuck with me. Like, just say it. Don't sit there and be like, no, bro, I fuck with you, bro. No, you're an amazing woman. Like, you're this, you're that. And then you turn around and talk about I'm overly inserting myself. So after that, they put us in the same car together. And she's like, what's wrong? Tell me. I said, Biggie, I feel some type of way towards you because I feel like Ciroc keeps trying to attack me and only me. And Tifa had to have my back and run that fade with her because Tifa don't want me to fight her because she's way bigger than me. Now, I didn't say nothing when Natalie was like, you should be fighting Ciroc, because we all know Biggie's not a fighter. I said that in the scene. I said, Biggie, you're not a fighter. I love that about you, that you own that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, at least stand next to us. That was my whole thing with, like, the Biggie Ciroc shit and, like, all of us. That was my issue. I don't know what anybody else's issue is aside from Tasiki, who is my everyday friend, my sister, someone who I talk to on FaceTime literally every day, if not every other day. Like, so I told Biggie before we went on camera, I said, Biggie, I feel some type of way about A, B, C, and D. If I don't say it on camera, it's going to look weird and the viewers are not going to understand. They're not going to understand. And look, Zeus editors cut out the part in episode 1 when I asked Biggie, do you even fuck with me? And she was like, to be honest, I just never trusted you like that. And da-da-da. But now that I know you, I think you're an amazing woman. Okay, cool. Moving forward. Now we're at the rehearsal. She doesn't even say nothing to Ciroc. She says some dumb shit like, oh, God forgives, but I don't know if I could forgive you, or whatever she said to Ciroc. And she did say something like, oh, I don't know why you keep trying to fight my friends, but that was it. Like, that was it. And then you just kept on rehearsing. That's not being a bad friend. You didn't come check on your friends. You didn't come check on me. You didn't come, well, you did check on Tasiki. I seen that. Actually, in the episode, she did check on Tasiki. Did she come check on me? Ask yourselves that. Do y'all think Biggie called me later that night and said, yo, Mariah, are you okay? Yo, are you good? No, she didn't. Not a text message, not a nothing to check on me. That's not a good friend. I check on all my friends right now. If I could share my screen, my best friend just got hip surgery. I'm on the phone with her every single fucking day trying to lift her spirits up. Like, y'all don't know who the fuck I am. And you know what? I'm glad y'all hate me for no motherfucking reason, because if I start giving y'all reasons to hate me, trust me, it's gonna be ball game. But again, I told Biggie that I felt some type of way. I told her what I felt some type of way about. And I told her, like, yo, look, I would never put my hands on you unless you really force my hand and you really violate me and disrespect me. That's the only way. I would not put my hands on you. Boom. She said, okay, we can talk about it in the scene. Whatever, if you want to make it go up, we can make it go up. I'm like, make it go up? Why would we make it go up? Like, no, I'm not going to do that to you. I just told you, I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm not going to, you feel me? I'm just going to tell you how I feel and you can say how you feel. And as friends, we can just talk it out. Boom. We get into the scene. Soon, talking about pick me, that I be begging Tasiki to be my friend and all of this other shit. Are you stupid? As soon as Tasiki walked in when we were at the pinball machines, look what she did. Tasiki, Mariah started with me. Oh, you're being a troublemaker. Oh, you this. Biggie, but we just had a whole conversation in the truck before we got on camera where I told you how I felt and that I felt some type of way. I wouldn't have even gotten in the truck with you. If I was being weird, I would have told production, nah, I'm not riding with her. I feel some type of way towards her and I'm going to dress her in scene. But instead, because you came to me and asked me what was wrong as my so-called friend, I told you as my so-called friend. And I said, listen, I have to tell you in scene because I already told production like I feel some type of way towards that. And I do feel some type of way towards that. So fuck it, let's address it. You feel me? Because it is a part of story world. So now we get in the scene and she's trying to, oh, Tasiki, Mariah's being mean to me. She's already knowing that I'm going to tell her how I feel. So she's already prepping the fans and the viewers to feel bad for her and to make me look messy. That's foul. And I peeped that. And y'all didn't peep how she just walked off on me in the middle of me telling her how I feel, because I tried to get the conversation out the way before Tasiki, Tay-Tay, and Rocky walked in. So it wasn't an audience or a show. And she walked off on me and did that ignoring shady shit that she normally does. I literally want y'all to go watch the episode over again. Watch. And just so y'all know, for the record, the dumb, dirty bitch shit, y'all are way out of line. Y'all don't even know, like I said, all the shit that be going on behind the scenes. Me, Tasiki, Anna, and Biggie all play with each other like that. Rocky, Tay-Tay. That's been our thing since I think chapter 1 at this point. We all be calling each other that, but it's jokingly. I don't literally mean she's a dumb, dirty bitch. Like we always say that to each other. You dumb, dirty bitch. Like, we're always, all of us, me, Tasiki, Anna, Rocky, Tay-Tay, all of them bitches could vouch that that's not a thing where we're trying to be malicious towards each other. So now we get in a scene and I'm saying how I feel or whatever, and me not knowing that Rocky feels the same way that I feel. How the fuck am I supposed to know that she feels the same way? We didn't get up together, connect, and talk about it beforehand. It wasn't nothing like that. You feel me? So, boom. I'm trying to say how I feel so we could just get it out the way and get it over with. Again, we were told that this scene was supposed to be only friends. You feel me? So I'm thinking nothing's gonna pop off. There's gonna be no fights in this scene right now because we're all cool, right? Wouldn't you think that too? If you're all cool, you would not think that someone's gonna pop on another person because we're all cool at this table. Boom. That's when I heard Biggie say, "Are you talking to have a problem or are you talking to listen?" And when she said that, me and Tasiki literally turned toward each other, like, cause Rocky is not, she wasn't on baddies before. She is now, but I'm just saying she wasn't on baddies before. She's a regular hood girl. In the hood, if someone was to say something like that to you and say, "Are you talking to listen or are you talking to have a problem?" What do you think it's gonna lead to? It's gonna lead to y'all getting into it, and it's gonna lead to something physical. So when she said that, and you see Rocky even still, she could have just popped on her right there. She still was like, "What do you mean am I talking to have a problem? Like, what? Like, let's make it make sense." And then that's when I guess Rocky hit her. But I didn't like that. I told Rocky, I said, before Biggie started threatening Tasiki with lawyers and cops and shit like that, we all, including Tasiki, told Rocky, "You were wrong. You should apologize." Rocky at one point even agreed to apologize to Biggie. But then Biggie started threatening Tasiki, started getting... Oh, no, I'm lying. Before she started the threatening shit, we did a show in Vegas or Arizona. It was Arizona because Tasiki left for her grand opening for Smack 'em in Atlanta. And that's when me and Ciroc went head to head. So I so much need someone to feel tough, and I so much need someone to have my back. But Ivory and Tasiki, I don't think was there that day. I was literally by myself and stood on my shit by myself. So again, Biggie gets on stage in Arizona where Tasiki was not at, and she got on stage while their song was playing and said, like, "Oh, I'm not performing this song with Tasiki no more." It was all over the blogs. That's how, it really, really went crazy because, like I said, we was telling Rocky, like, why would you hit Biggie? Why would you hit Biggie? Like, it makes no sense. We all cool. Like, why would you do that? You should apologize to her. You were wrong for that. And she agreed with that. And first of all, when she hit Biggie, I was sitting on a whole opposite side of the table. I literally ran over there and intervened. So did Tasiki. So how did we set up? How did it give a setup, a lineup? How? Why? And then why would we set up Biggie? Like, first of all, I never set nobody up in my life. Let me just say that. Never have I ever set anybody up. But if I were to set somebody up, it would be a bitch like Ciroc, who's literally 5 times my size, got a little oomph to her, You know what I'm saying? Could throw her weight around, because that's what she does. Throws her weight around, pulls hair. You know? That's what she do. That's the type of bitch I would set up. And I'm coming with 5 bitches and we're jumping you and, bitch, we're doing you dirty. Bitch, leaving you to eat concrete. Biggie, though? Biggie? Why would we line up Biggie? Why would we set up Biggie? I was with you the whole day in the truck, and I even told you I felt some type of way towards you, and we talked about it in the truck. That's why when we got in scene and she started that, oh, Mariah's being mean to me, I'm like, oh, she's trying to paint me to be, okay, cool, got it, which is what she normally do. And, okay, cool then. I guess at this point, I'm the villain. Bottom line is, I would have never even had Rocky sit next to Biggie if I knew that she felt the same way I felt, and she felt like Biggie was just using Tasiki. Biggie was just an opportunist and basically always tries to play victim. She'll stir the pot and then, what's that? Throw the rock and hide the hand. That, and again, let's rewind. I was the first person front and center for Biggie when the Ciroc shit happened and when the Tommy shit happened. Do y'all not remember on chapter 1 that I fought Tommy at the end of the season? I never had a problem with Tommy. Me and Tommy were cool. I would see Tommy out in New York, and she would always show love to me. She would always show love to me. So I stopped being cool with Tommy because of Biggie. Because she told Biggie, you think you Beyonce and da-da-da-da-da. I had Biggie's whole back with that shit. And I was cool with Tommy. So how am I a snake? How am I someone who's not a real friend? How am I someone that's so terrible now when I was someone who you loved so much? When I fought Tommy for you, when I spoke up for you in scenes when nobody else did, when I rode the bus with you and we both had each other's backs, and you know what I'm saying? Because you was overly inserting yourself in the Sapphire situation. Like, I'm so confused how y'all can really sit here and hate me for no reason. I don't care, but I'm just confused. So let me make that clear, because I really don't care. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be on the show. Y'all gonna still tune the fuck in. Like, let's make it make sense. How am I a bad friend? Fought Tommy for her. Literally have a whole beef with Ciroc because of her. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And what's there to be jealous of? I'm a gold independent selling artist. And let me tell y'all this. And Biggie is a fucking liar if she says this is not true. I'm the one who in London had my manager, like, we had a whole talk. My manager connect with her manager because I said, Biggie, do you know the business? Are you collecting on all of your music, like your streams, your royalties, your publishing? Do you have Sound Exchange, Media Base? Do you have these platforms that pay you out for your music? And she was like, no, I don't have this, and I don't know this, and I don't know that. I said, let me help you. So where does that give jealous? I've been doing music for over a decade. I could literally show y'all my Spotify alone has 49 million lifetime streams. I have almost 50 million streams on my Spotify alone. That's not including other platforms. And I always try to help bitches. I literally told Biggie in London, I will sit and help you so you could learn how to register your records properly. Because I had to learn it. Because I got robbed for over $500,000 from my first label I was signed to. I told Biggie, I said, you need to register your records properly. You need to go to copyright.gov. And you need to make sure that you own all your SR copyrights. Your SR copyrights are your sound recording. It's your voice on the record. I literally tried to help her with her music. I literally sent Biggie a record because Lumi D is my boyfriend's cousin. You know, uh-oh. And someone sent me a remix to uh-oh. And I literally sent it to Biggie and was like, yo, Biggie, we should do this song together. My man's cousin is Lumi D. Like, we could fuck around and even get in the studio with her and have her we could do like a remix or something. You feel me? Where does that give jealous? Where does that give hater? She never did the song. I sent her an open verse. That's my problem. I'm too nice. And that's not my problem. Because you know what? My kindness has been taken from my weakness. And even though God continues to bless me in abundance, like, baddies is not my whole life, y'all. That's why I think today it struck a nerve to see people wishing death on me and telling me to kill myself and stuff. Because, like I said, I was dealing with my little sister who broke her leg. She broke 2 of her growing bones. She fell off the ladder. Getting out the pool, she slipped. And she had to get surgery today. She got a plate, a screw, and a pin in her leg. So I'm dealing with that. And I'm also dealing with trying to have a baby. I had to go today as well and make sure I'm all healthy, which I am, thank God. And I used to have an cyst in my ovaries, so I went and got that checked out, and guess what? The doctor said it disappeared. It's gone. So I was really stressed out today with dealing with my little sister breaking her leg and having to go into a surgery at 10 years old. That is crazy. Like, I didn't break a bone until I was older. And so I felt really bad for her. And I was going through that there at the hospital with my mother all day. Then just being stressed out about trying to have a baby, trying to settle down and just really, really like focus on some high vibrational shit. Because y'all are so focused on low frequency negative shit. Like, I really miss Anna being on the show. And I really believe if Anna was there,